Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
All right. How was your trip?
It was fun. It was really good. It was a little long and also a little short. I think it's a long journey out there.
Yeah.
I felt like we had just adjusted to being there when it was time to go home.
Yeah.
It was nice. Nice to see my dad. Nice and warm.
Where in Arizona was it?
He's a little south of Tucson. So we saw the longest freight train we've ever seen. It was 118 cars. It's pretty cool.
Did you count them all?
Oh, yeah, of course we did.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an activity that'll take a while.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's Cheyenne. Hey, Cheyenne. Thanks for joining.
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, I thought like I'm late.
We just started. Just chatting.
Are we expecting a lot more people?
No, it's just us.
Oh, is it just you guys? Oh,
Yeah.
well then I don't need to join then.
Oh, were you expecting someone else?
Oh, I thought it's like your official, you know, the big group meeting that you normally have.
Oh no, this is just the waste subcommittee.
Oh, okay. Well then, unless you need me, I'll sign out.
Okay. We were just talking about waste stuff.
All right. Well, let me know what you need help with.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for everything, by the way. Appreciate what you guys have been doing.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. All right. Well, call the meeting to order, 7:34.
Do you want me taking some notes?
Sure. We had some public participation, sort of, and approval of the notes. I sent you the notes, right? For March.
You must have.
It's possible I didn't. I could just show them on the screen if you want.
Sure. Yeah, I see the ones from the prior meeting, I think. I'm not sure if I see the ones from March.
Yeah. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Well, I did not do this. Did I? No.
You sent stuff
I sent some
to
things. Okay.
about composting to Walton Principal.
Yeah. No, we did actually. We did send. I think Cheyenne and I sent this, but we didn't do. Yeah, it was just like the stuff from another group. I don't know if they did anything with it.
Well, those minutes look fine. I motion to approve the minutes as shown.
Yes. Approved.
Approved.
All right, next is talking about school waste reduction initiatives. Yeah, I don't know why I missed the title of that video. I'm like,
Yeah, I don't think I even saw it, like recognized it. I was focused on like what the people were saying and the other stuff. Yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah. Oh, I think
the video looks great. Yeah.
Yeah. Came out real good. Good mix of both schools. Yeah, it seemed like it's been shared already by like Wakefield Public Schools and both schools, and hopefully it'll get others to join.
And you'll bring it to the, you're meeting with town council soon, right?
Monday.
Yeah, so you can show it to them then if they're willing to watch a 2-minute video. I don't know how much airtime you get.
Yeah, I can ask Julie if that's possible. Hopefully, hold on a second. I just need to get some water for my dog. Sitting at his bowl looking for water. Yeah, I can see if I can show it then.
Yeah, and I'll share it around to the email list. I was going to do a like Earth Day roundup of some of the most recent posts and send that to the list. So I'll include the video in that. I don't know where else we want to share it specifically. It seems like the WCAT and Wakefield school folks have already shared it around a lot of places. So
yeah. Yeah, I don't know if Jen McDonald, maybe we should send it to her.
yeah, might as well. Would you like me to do that?
Sure. And then I guess as far as I don't know if you saw Joanne's email about the waste audit.
Oh, yes, and the science teacher.
Yeah. We'll talk to some science teachers. I'm not sure if they can do it. Yeah, I mean, April's pretty much over. And school vacation week.
Right, this was school vacation week. So.
And then apparently they're off on Tuesday for town election.
Right.
So could try to do something week of May 1st. Although I need to check with building principals. Week of May 1st.
Week after next.
Yeah.
And were we thinking in the like after school gets out time period? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so let me reply. And does that work for you to that week to maybe do waste audit?
Yeah, probably not Tuesday, but the rest of the week. What time does school get out?
I think 2.
Okay.
I mean,
Monday, Thursday, or Friday would all work for me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see what time works best. But yeah, I'll just tell her like, yeah, like the last part of the second part of that week probably works best.
Okay.
And then we have the composting assembly.
Right, is that the following week?
At Greenwood on
19th.
May 19th.
Yep.
at 2:00. And I'm trying to coordinate getting both schools compost soil from Black Earth. And Tim said, because I asked him if we could use the grant money to purchase it, and he said, no, we can't, but he may be able to pay for it with his facilities budget. So I put him in touch with people from those schools working on the garden directly, so it won't be in the middle. So hopefully that'll get worked out. And that's all for, I don't know if we want to talk about the STEAM night.
Yeah, yep. Right, what do we want to do?
So there's a few ideas at the ESC meeting. I already filled out that form.
Okay, good.
So people, talked about the waste sort, which we had already talked about, and then maybe something around like a greenhouse gas inventory kind of guessing game type of thing. Like, we could show like, out of the 3 sources, transportation, energy, and waste, what do you think is producing the highest emissions? Like something lines.
Cool, yeah. Awesome. That's a neat idea.
And then something about like climate change and what Wakefield is doing, and then like maybe gather some ideas from them. Yeah, I mean, kind of like what we do anyways, like gather like sustainability ideas. So I don't know if that is enough.
And when's the statement? Oh, it's the 11th, May 11th.
Yeah, May is like busy.
I was just thinking, like, how much time do we have to get something, create like a greenhouse gas inventory guessing game type of thing?
Yeah.
But if it's
And we moved the ESC meeting to May 10th because it was the same day.
got it. Yep.
FYI.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think it has to be too crazy. I'm thinking maybe we could do some sort of like I don't know, even just like paper and then like kind of like flip it up to like answers.
Yeah. Yep.
And then obviously the waste sort's pretty easy. Climate change and what Wakefield's doing, we'd have to gather some information probably. I don't know how we would do that. I mean, to like display it.
Right. I'm trying to think of like what of that speaks to a K-4 audience.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's stuff online for like elementary school Oh, make edible greenhouse gas models.
Hmm.
Toothpicks and gumdrops. It's just depicting the elements.
It might be a little bit more elaborate than we need.
Yeah. Oh, there's like, we could have like a bowl of ice cubes. Show ice melting. How melting ice affects sea levels, or simulating polar ice caps, icebergs. I don't know. I'll have to look around on more. I'm sure there's something.
I'm sure there's something. Yeah. Right. I think what can be engaged with like briefly rather than like a, lesson plan sort of things.
Yeah. A quick thing. All right. Anything else for that?
I mean, we might want to just have a few of the same signs that we usually have about, sign up for compost and stuff like that for parents. Like if the parents are hearing about the stuff we're doing.
Yeah.
Would we want to have the video playing? Like have it on a laptop or a tablet or something that folks can see the video?
Yeah, will we be able to like play it in a loop, you think?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you can play it.
All right. Sounds good.
And then we'll see if we get any Dilbear or Woodville parents were like, why isn't our school? Well, you can make it happen.
You're gonna make it happen.
I'll make it happen at Wakefield. Yes. I need to get it. Let me like get him a couple months into kindergarten first to make sure he's settling in before I start
No, first
shaking up
day.
lunch. Hi, I'm here. I brought my own compost bin. We're doing this.
All right. So yeah, the next one is about the multifamily recycling.
Yep.
So I think they were pretty open to the whole thing.
Yeah, they seemed pretty receptive about it. And I followed up, I think I CC'd you on the email. I followed up with links to Mass DEP's templates, the recycling works support systems, the recycling guide to be able to do more education, plus our video, and then the research that I had done. So I mapped so I'd gotten from Anthony a table of everyone with a dumpster permit, just including businesses. So lots of stuff in there where there were not residential, and how many recycling dumpsters they had. So, 0 or 1 or more.
So do they have a separate permit for a recycling dumpster? Or?
I think it's the same permit. They just on that permit can indicate if they also have recycling dumpsters.
Yeah.
So that's a real good indicator of who does not have a recycling dumpster.
Yeah.
So then I just filled in against that which ones were known multifamily residential and how many units, because I care a lot more about the 20, 30, 60 unit buildings than the 5-unit buildings as far as recycling. And it even seems just from, I was like poking around a bunch on Google Maps trying to figure out which buildings were what, and how new they were and how big they were. Maybe some of the like 5 or 6 units do actually get curbside. Like I saw some Google Map street view with barrels out front. So, I don't think any of the details I pulled were definite. I would not want to go knocking on any of those doors and say, I believe you don't do recycling, because I think some of the permit addresses didn't quite match up in all cases, and maybe they just get curbside. But it at least gives a strong indication of, there are quite a number of buildings, quite a number of people not served by recycling. So
yeah, I mean, I'm thinking like maybe if some of the like multifamilies look like they get curbside, maybe it's because they're owned by like different people, like each condo is owned by a separate.
Could be, yeah.
It's not just like one big like rental.
Right. Yeah, that certainly could be.
Yeah.
And they're, like smaller on a otherwise residential street, that sort of thing. Yeah. And so hearing from the Board of Health that the dumpster permit and the hauler permits, it sounds like those all turn over in the new year. So as long as they can, it's not like we're missing the boat because something turns over June 1st and they're not going to have stuff done in time. So I think we have a bit of time for them to figure out how, what sort of language they would be comfortable adopting and would make sense to get it in line with the mass regulations. So
did you find out if the big loft building has recycling?
They do, yeah. They have in fact 4 recycle bins, which is the most of any
great
permitted dumpster on the list. So I was very glad to see that. Many of the other, let me just pull it up. Hold on. While we're on that topic, reduction,
I wonder if the am I frozen?
No, I can still hear you.
Oh.
Oh, your face. Yeah, your image is frozen. I was not looking because I was digging through my files to find the buildings without dumpsters. No, that's the, where's the big one now? Dumpster recycling.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's a huge complex being built up by the Reading line.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. But yeah, Grayson Lofts has it, has recycling. Brightview, Wakefield Vista, which is another one of the biggest ones. Those all do. And then there are a whole bunch that don't in the like 20 to 40 unit range. So Everly Apartments, which is one of the ones over by Linfield Marketplace, they do recycling, but yeah, whole bunch don't.
Yeah.
Including many of the ones that are on the older side, the ones built in the 70s, the various like sort of lower brick looking ones.
Yeah, I'm surprised. So your mom lives over by the lake, those condos?
The ones up like by the super dealer. Yeah.
Yeah.
And those are new.
What's that?
Those ones are new.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have recycling.
Yeah. Well, they do have a separate dumpster for cardboard, but as far as I'm aware, it dumps into the same truck. They weren't on the permit list, so I don't know if like their address is somehow different, like it just didn't match up, but I couldn't find them on the list of who has dumpster permits. So again, like I think there were some places where the info was a little incomplete.
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe they don't. There's one of the people who spoke with us at the recycling event lives in one of the buildings, and says that they don't. Which one is that? Park Crossing, I think is the one she said. So yeah, whole bunch. 1,000-ish units without recycling. So
Yeah, that's good stuff to put together.
yeah. And so I think like my sense is, having sent this bunch of stuff, sounds like the Board of Health folks need to dig into it, understand it a little bit more. I'll be available for questions. Happy to go back to another meeting if that's helpful, if they're going to discuss it.
It's
But
not
I was
clear to
gonna,
me like what the next steps are.
yeah,
Like which way is this gonna go?
yeah,
I mean, we still obviously have time for fall town meeting, if that's the route we want to
yeah.
take. Just, I hope they don't take too long to like figure things
Right.
out.
Well, and I think, as we get a little close, like I would maybe give it a month or so. And if I haven't heard anything back from them, I'll follow up. But we would certainly want to get a sense, towards the end of the summer, whether we think it's something that will need a town meeting vote, or whether it's something that just needs whatever the process is for Board of Health regulations. Like, we should figure out that fork in the road in plenty of time to get it on the town meeting if we need to.
Yeah.
So
No, I think it was good to like tell them about the waistband and just provide that kind of education.
yeah.
So definitely good thing. So Anthony, he's the like town health inspector, like the head of
He's
that.
the head of the health department, right? So there's there's the health department and the Board of Health. The Board of Health makes the rules. The health department
carries them out.
I believe Anthony is shared between Wakefield and Melrose, and then there's someone else.
No, I think Reading. Or no, maybe not.
I could be wrong. And then there's someone else in his office. I thought her name was Erin, who I'd also met with about it.
Erin Kokinda?
Erin, not Erin Kokinda, a different Erin. Erin something else. Her last name is not on my page. So they were the ones who I had spoken with a month or so ago and provided them that information. They said, yes, let's bring it to the board. I think they'll be the ones who will enforce. They deal with the permits and follow up on complaints and things like that. So, we'll certainly want both the Board of Health and the health department to be bought in on whatever the right solution is.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing to set up, but
yeah, and it was interesting, the plastics ban thing. It might be worth a follow. I meant to say this last night. It sounded like they were stuck on the styrofoam piece of the plastics ban. So I wonder if they're thinking about styrofoam more than the right. Yeah. And it sounds like maybe they're thinking about the styrofoam one more so than the plastic.
I think she just kept saying styrofoam, but I know that Anthony knows there's two.
Okay. But they're maybe not being particularly enforced because they need the translated materials first.
I guess. I mean, I'm just hoping that they can start enforcing it and not get too hung up on the details of how are we going to get that information. It's fine, just print it out. I know you're trying to be eco-friendly, but just get them the information. So yeah, and I just hope that they can start looking at the health permits and getting into the process, because no reason why new businesses should open and not be compliant.
Right. Yeah. And I'm curious what the process is when a new business opens in town, who all they have to talk with.
I mean, I'm assuming health permits like number one.
If they're a food service business, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, but I guess I wonder whether there are other folks they also talk with. If, does someone hand them the like running a business in Wakefield 101 starters guide? And can we make sure that this info is in there?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of why I contacted Erin, because she's
right. I would think Erin Kokinda would
visited that establishment. Like I saw a picture of her. Like, so she's clearly like greeting all the new, but I don't know if she's providing them anything ahead of time.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, put it on the radars and try to follow up and track. But yeah, yeah, I don't know if we want to talk about, I mean, it's kind of a busy time, but like maybe in a couple months, like getting back into that whole like green business.
I was just thinking that, yeah, I feel like we've got too many things going on right this moment, but it would be nice to get back into that and like have it be more carrots than sticks about, how can we celebrate and encourage the right behavior rather than just, telling folks where there's a bylaw.
Yeah. Okay. To be revisited soon.
Yes.
Okay, so you'll follow up with them in like a month, and
yeah.
They meet monthly, I'm assuming.
I believe so.
All right. Yeah, the only thing else I had on the agenda was the MRF tour.
Oh, yes. So I sent out an email to the ESC and to the ESC announce email list. I think we've got 14 interest. Oh, I'm not even on that list. Neither are you. No, you're not either. Melissa, Tiana.
You added the people that signed up at the.
Yeah, so I've got the folks who signed up on the paper sheet at the recycling event, and then the folks who've emailed back. So we've got like 14, 15 people interested. So I was going to give another day or two to have folks say that they're interested, and then I'll send out a doodle, or I'll get a handful of possible dates from Gretchen and team, send out a doodle, figure out what works for folks.
Okay. And do you have any like possibilities for that, like a van or something, or?
Haven't started looking into that yet. I don't know, like, do we have some budget for that? I don't know if that's a thing that we can do.
I mean, the new fiscal year starts in June or July, so whatever money we have left, I don't know exactly, but we have some money left. But I'm assuming that it would be more than what we have left.
Yeah, quite possibly. Well, I'll look into it. I'll see. I mean, it'll partly depend on how many people. We don't need like a whole coach bus if we only have 12 people.
Yeah, I don't know if we can get like a school bus.
Or we can just have people carpool. Like encourage people to, here's the email list of the people who are going, figure out who's in your neighborhood and share cars. If we only have a dozen people, we can do that in 3 cars and not bother with a van. So
True.
I'll see how much interest we have, and like I don't want to totally overthink it.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be in May too? Pack all in May?
Earth Month is May this year. We've declared it. Maybe I was thinking like towards the end of May, but maybe at this point we'll just do June just to not have as many things going on in May.
Yeah, because then there's like Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah. Like I'll probably do a doodle of end of May and first half of June or so to see when people could be available. Mm.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I mean, mainly I just want to avoid there being, 12 individual cars that all drive over there if we can help it.
Yep. Are kids allowed? Just curious.
I think so. I think Gretchen said that that's fine as long as they're with a parent who keeps them under control.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all I had on the agenda. If you have anything else.
Mm.
All right.
Would you email me the agenda and I'll toss the meeting notes in that? It's probably easiest. I probably have it somewhere, but my email is bonkers after being away. So I'll type these up and just send them right over to you.
Cool.
Awesome.
You doing anything for Earth Day?
That's Saturday. Well, Orion and I do trash pickup in our neighborhood, like just our street, our whole one block, but both sides. And we haven't done it for a while. I guess we probably haven't done it since the fall because for a while there was snow on the ground or things were soggy. So we were planning to pick up the litter all over our street.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do too. Because there's other, I don't know, I was going to do, we did this like invasive pulling at Breakard last year through DCR. So we may do that or may just
cool.
Trash. See.
Yeah. He and I try to do it every few months, especially on like when the weather is nice. We haven't done it lately, and then we were away last weekend, and the weekend before was Easter. Like there's a lot of, our street is such a main thoroughfare from town. Get a ton of cigarette butts, nip bottles, takeout container, just like trash. So.
Yeah.
And I saw someone sent out there's another warrior cleanup coming up in May.
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Yeah, you sent that to me. I'll post that, add it to the list.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Motion to adjourn.
Second. Yes.
All right. Yeah, next meeting I have May 17th. If that works. What do we have?
Yep. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right.
Cool. See you later. Happy Earth Day.
You too. Have a good night.